GoPro skipped a year. For the first time in a long time, there was no flagship update in September 2025. The Hero 13 just sat there while DJI and Insta360 kept pushing. And honestly, the action cam space started to feel like GoPro was losing the plot. The Hero 14 Black is their answer to that, and based on everything pointing toward this camera, it is a more significant upgrade than a typical yearly refresh, not just better numbers, a genuine attempt to close gaps that have been widening for years. Let me break down what is actually changing and why it matters. Everything starts with the chip. GoPro has been running the same processor since the Hero 10, 4 generations of the same silicon, kept alive through firmware optimizations and thermal management improvements. That approach worked for a while. But at some point, you cannot optimize your way out of hardware limitations, and GoPro clearly hit that ceiling. The Hero 14 is expected to move to a new processor, likely called the GP3, built on a 5nm process. For context, DJI and Insta360 have already been on 4 and 5nm chips. GoPro has been competing against cameras with fundamentally more efficient processing for years. The new chip could deliver close to double the performance of what came before. What that means practically: better efficiency, significantly reduced overheating, and the processing headroom to finally do things with image quality that the old chip simply could not handle. Everything else in this camera flows from that one change. Video specs: 8K video is expected to finally arrive on a GoPro flagship. Higher frame rates across the board, 4K at up to like 240 frames per second. For slow motion, that was not possible before. But more important than the resolution numbers is what the new processing does to the overall image. Better dynamic range, cleaner shadows, more usable footage straight out of the camera without heavy post-processing, low light. This has been GoPro's most persistent weakness. DJI's Osmo Action Series and Insta360's lineup have been noticeably better in challenging lighting conditions for a while. The Hero 14 may finally close that gap. Leaks suggest a larger sensor, potentially pushing toward 1-inch territory, combined with the new chip's smarter processing. If that holds up in real-world testing, this would be the first GoPro that genuinely competes in low light rather than just managing it. Battery life. Reports suggest anywhere from 40 to 90% improvement in battery life. That range is wide enough to be skeptical about, but if the new processor is as efficient as the architecture suggests, meaningful battery gains are entirely plausible. Even a 40% improvement would be a noticeable change for anyone who has run through GoPro batteries on a long shooting day. AI features: a dedicated neural processing unit is expected, enabling smarter scene detection, better automatic settings, and possibly automatic highlight creation. GoPro is clearly trying to make the camera more intelligent for creators who want less friction between shooting and sharing. Here's the part that has been getting less attention but might be the more interesting story. Alongside the Hero 14, GoPro has been teasing something that does not look like a traditional action camera at all. The footage shows macro shots, noticeable background blur, cinematic looking scenes that feel completely out of character for a brand built on wide-angle, everything in focus adventure footage. This is not a lens attachment. Based on what has been shown, this feels like a genuinely new product category for GoPro. Larger sensor, proper autofocus, a camera designed for creators who want cinematic quality in a small form factor, like not just like something you strap to a helmet and forget about. If GoPro is serious about this, and the teasers suggest they are, it would represent the most significant strategic shift the brand has made in years, moving beyond the action cam category entirely into the broader creator camera space. That is the product worth watching alongside the Hero 14. Pricing is expected to stay around $400 to $450, familiar territory for a GoPro flagship, but the combination of a genuinely new processor, the low light improvements, the battery gains, and whatever that mystery second product turns out to be, this feels like a GoPro moment worth paying attention to after a year of silence. Whether it is enough to close the gap on DJI and Insta360 in the action cam space, that is the question the real world footage will answer. Subscribe so you do not miss the breakdown when this thing officially lands. And drop in the comments, are you a GoPro loyalist waiting to see if the Hero 14 finally delivers, or have you already switched to something else? Tell me where you stand. The verdict is pending. Stay tuned.